So Chaucer, it's attributed to Chaucer, said that the life so short, the craft so long to learn. And that always really hits me. And I think it hits anyone, professional or otherwise, who's ever pursued something over a lifetime, right? When we talk about medicine or law, we say that people are practicing them because there's always more information, more experience that they're integrating and calling upon. And likewise, in the arts, your issues are kind of always your issues. They might become so impalpable or so subtle, and they might not hold you back in any way, but your awareness of them or how they can, minutely show up in a moment of tiredness or exhaustion or greater demand, you're acutely aware of. And you're always sort of coming up against that because whether it's as a singer, as a dancer, as an actor, as like a physical artist, like your body is either your tool if you're making something or it's your instrument. So it's different every day. We all have so many days where we wake up, or speaking for myself, but also thinking of colleagues and friends where it's like, I'm not getting any better. I feel like it's getting worse. Like, how have I been devoting so much time to this and it's not changing, or the same things are coming up? Like, I've been singing this aria for 20 years and how come I still can't always get through the triplets in the second Queen of the Night aria, in one breath? More often than not, I do get through it, but there are still days where the first time I go through it as a vocalese, it's not exactly the way I want it, or it's not all there. Yeah, it's humbling and it's frustrating, but we can also use it as, yes, a diagnostic for where am I today, but ultimately this sort of beautiful opportunity to realize like we never really know. We're always rediscovering, and it's so fun to be in a place of discovering. And I think that the people like a Twyla Tharp or someone like that are always pushing and playing and collaborating and challenging themselves in new ways, they do stay young and they stay vibrant in both a very obvious visual, but also spiritual, intellectual, creative, and cognitive way. So yeah, you're never quite done. I also wake up a lot of mornings with like, why do I even bother? Like, does the world really need to hear me sing this song? But you do that which you feel called to do. And it's not even about what I put out there so much as what it elicits and cultivates in me. We don't meditate so that we can write some great treatise on life and it's going to save everybody else. We meditate because of how it changes our own interaction with the relative field of what then we can bring to the world, offer the world, and surrender that is no longer serving ourselves or, by extension, the world. And I say it all the time. I think of art exactly the same way. I vocalize every day, even when I don't want to, because of what I learn about myself, what I have to confront in myself as a result of that. And I'm always happier and more integrated and more joyful after the fact, even if it hasn't gone the way. I'm amazed that at my age, I can still leave a voice lesson or coaching, and sometimes I feel great. And, it could be a wonderful lesson, and she could say one thing about a vowel or my breathing or how I moved my head a certain way, and I can spiral. All of these tools, these contemplative tools, these spiritual tools, these practices are so that I can catch myself spiraling and I can say, yes, I don't love that I still tilt my head in that way, or that I still can't sing this the way I thought I would have been able to by now. But, if it comes from you, then it will be true. It's another little Sondheim paraphrase from Sunday in the Park with George. Trite though it may seem, it is true that, everybody is a snowflake in the sense that they are unique and individual. And so I make it a practice, as much as like the actual practice of vocalizing or doing the etudes, to show up every day and try to self-love all of the things that I am not inherently able to love, because there are huge lessons in that too.